Tumagal ng 4 hanggang 5 buwan si Father Polinar sa kulungan. Ngunit sa tulong ni Sister Fe Baluyot, nakalabas siya ng kulungan at muling bumalik sa parokya ng Our Lady of Lourdes sa Bohol na kanyang pinagsisilbihan. Ngunit mas nag-alab ang galit sa kanyang puso, kaya ninais niyang ituloy ang demonstrasyon laban sa mga tiwaling opisyal ng pamahalaan. Tuluyan ng naging aktivista si Father Polinar hanggang
I was back to my parish. So parish priest uli ako. But in no time, I was back also to the involvement with the rebels. Kasi kinontak nila ako. And at this time, na-notice ng mga military, nakuha nila na I was still involved. At that time, every week I had to report to the camp. No? Report sa kampo. So at that point, kinausap ko ang aking obispo. Sabi ko, Bishop, anyway, pag ako'y naibalik sa kulungan, ibalik nila ako. So, I think it's better that I get out of the diocese. And he allowed me to live. So I went out of the diocese, went to Manila, and I got involved with ISO, Institute of Social Order.
Tuluyan na nang lumuwas ng Maynila si Father Polinar upang subukin ang kanyang kapalaran sa pagpasok sa isang socialization program ng mga Jesuits, ang Institute of Social Order or ISO. Dito ay naging abala siya sa mga aktibidades bilang representative ng ISO Visayas, hanggang mahalal siya bilang head ng social action at magpabalik-balik sa Cebu at Maynila para sa kanilang meeting buwan-buwan. Walang kaalam-alam si Father Polinar na ito rin ang maging daan upang makapasok siya sa charismatic renewal sa tulong ni Sister Fe Baluyot.
First time I attended, walang nangyari. Dahil I was not prepared. He was talking about the Holy Spirit, but isipin mo yung isip ng rebelde na pari. All I wanted to do was a bloody revolution in the country as the only way to renew the country. And now, here I am. Ang pinag-usapan ay Holy Spirit. Ina-explain ng Holy Spirit. Baptism in the Holy Spirit. Sabi ko, ano ba yan? Bilang pari, I was conscious, I was a priest. 10 taon na akong pari. Itong taong ito, talking about the Holy Spirit, alam ko na yan. Ano bang may turo ng taong ito na hindi ko alam? Para bang I was so proud ba? And after his talk, he led us into the baptism in the Holy Spirit. Pinapikit ang aming mga mata, pinapataas ang mga kamay. Sabi ko, ano ba ito? Parang panatiko tayo rito. 3 times pinatungan ako ng kamay. Walang nangyari. So he must have thought na this is a big fish. Siguruhin natin na talagang makukuha natin ito. Walang nangyari. On the contrary, I was turned off.
Inaakala ni Father Polinar na iyon na ang una't huling pagdalo niya sa charismatic group. Ngunit hindi niya akalain na ito na ang hudyat ng pagtawag sa kanya ng Panginoon upang maging bahagi ng charismatic renewal.
1 month after, I had to go back to Manila again for the regular meeting. At ito na naman si Sister Faye. In-invite na naman ako back to Baguio. Sabi ko, alam ko na yan, ayaw ko na. Please naman, Father, kaming bahala sa lahat. Please naman, wala kaming kasama. Samahan mo lang kami. Dito, second time, eto na. The second time I went, the Lord just hit me hard. And I came out of that meeting completely a different person. So when I got into the charismatic renewal, I was really, I would say, burning with so much, I would say, passion for the Lord. I started to read the Bible like a madman. Reading and reading. For 1 year, I was reading the Bible like a madman. 12 to 14 hours a day. Can you imagine that? 12 to 14 hours a day reading the Bible. I could not imagine what was happening to me. Ang sarap magbasa ng Bible. I started a group in Santo Rosario, Cebu. 7 lang, maliit na grupo yun. I started with small group. Marami kong in-invite, pero 7 lang ang sumipot. I started a prayer meeting with that. Wala akong kaalam-alam ng prayer meeting, but I just have my own imagination na I was just trying to say, we'll sing songs, tinuruan ko silang kanta, kumakanta kami, tapos magbasa ako ng Bible, tapos I will share the Bible, and then we'll have a closing prayer, opening prayer, closing prayer. Ganun. Ganun lang ginawa ko. Aba, magandang nangyari. Nung nag-prayer meeting, nung first prayer meeting, 7 lang. They were all touched. They were all crying. Aba, then it became a talk. They started talking about it. The next week, yung 7 naging 15. Dumami. Tapos, prayer meeting kami ng prayer meeting. After some time, it came to my mind, bakit hindi ko gawin yung ginagawa nila doon sa yung pinanggalingan kong mga prayer meetings. Nagpatong ng kamay, parang i-pray ipagdasal yung mga may sakit. May 2 babae nagpataas ng kamay. Sabi ko, okay, I will pray for you. Ang problema nila, yung isa ay heart enlargement. She cannot walk few meters without stopping. She cannot go up the staircase without stopping many times along the way because she would be out of breath. See? Yung isa naman, ang kanyang sakit, mata. Yung mata niya nag-bulge. She had a bulging eye and she was scheduled for operation the next day. Kumakain ako, biglang kumiriring ang telepono. Sabi ko, patay, sick call na ito. Aba, alam niyong nandun sa telepono, yung babaeng may bulging eye. Sabi na, Father, I'm healed. Pagdating ko sa bahay, wala na, completely healed ang aking mata. Sabi ko, praise God, talagang okay pala, tama pala, may power talaga. So I was so excited. The next day, pumunta sa akin yung with an enlarged heart. Sabi niya, Father, I'm healed. Sabi ko, teka muna, how do you know? From the prayer meeting natin, umuwi ako, walang tigil yung paglakad, wala na akong naramdaman. Pagdating sa bahay, I went up and down the staircase, wala akong naramdaman. Father, I'm healed. Sabi ko, teka muna, magpa-check up ka dahil delikado yun sa'yo eh. Heart yan, baka anong mangyari, baka akong mabiblame dyan. So magpa-check up ka. Nagpa-check up nga. The heart is normal. You know, ang enlargement of the heart, ang heart pag na-enlarge, hindi na yan mag-shrink. It can go bigger and bigger, but it will never go back to its normal size. It can become bigger. So, it was a miracle. It was a miracle na talagang na-heal ang kanyang heart. The next week, dumami ang prayer meeting. Umabot na ng 30. Every week, dumami because I was surprised the first 2 or 3 months when I started the prayer meeting. Every time, every prayer meeting, pag naglehans kami sa mga may sakit, lahat gumagaling. And not only that, the Lord somehow led me also to write. I'm not a writer, but then the Lord led me to write. People were asking me to write down what I was teaching. And so, I was forced to sit down and write. And so many books began to develop. Now we have 16 manuals. Even songs. I'm not a musician, I'm not a composer, but all of a sudden, I began to write songs. Now we have something like 32 songs.
Dahil sa layuning mapalaganap sa buong bansa ang mga gawain ng charismatic community, naisipan niyang magtayo ng seminaryo. Dito nakita ni Father Polinar ang kakulangan sa kaparian. Batid niyang marami ang nagnanais maglingkod pero kulang sa pagtutustos sa mga gastusin. Kaya naman ipinasya ni Father Polinar na gawing libre ang pagpapaaral sa mga seminarista.
We started there with 5 seminarians. I didn't have enough beds. I was just able to make 3 beds and I have to ask for 2 beds. Some people donated 2 beds. The next year, more people came. There were 8 applicants. Napuno na kami doon. Hindi na kami magkasya. The next year, lalo pang dumami. So we did not have any more space. So it was a big problem for me to have where to stay. God really managed everything. The person who got me into the renewal, I think you have heard of her, Sister Faye, Sister Faye Baloyot. She was able to talk with Mother Lily, and Mother Lily offered her house. This is a mystery because can you imagine a group without money is able to exist? For me, this is one of the miracles. No? Now, after having shared with you my experience, I believe there are so many beautiful messages that the Lord is giving us. Unang-una, yun palang transformation ng tao ay gawa ng Diyos. Only God can convert people. Nobody else. Yung tao, ang magagawa ng tao is to provide the environment, but the actual conversion is the work of God. I used to compare this to the hatching of an egg. The hatching of an egg is the work of God. Ang ginawa natin ay we just provide the external environment of heat. Pag nilagyan natin ng environment of heat ang itlog, the power of God inside the egg will hatch the egg. No man can hatch an egg by his own self. Hindi naman pwedeng buksan mo yan. You want this egg to be hatched, you cannot open it. If you open it, that is the end of it. See? Only God can hatch an egg. Only God can hatch a person from that old kind of person to a new person, from a mind that is of the world to the mind that is of the Lord. Only God can do that.